rookie Trevor Bayne in his second Sprint Cup start will lead them to a white flag with Bobby Labonte. Here comes Kurt Busch and Juan Montoya. Carl Edwards in fifth.
And we know Kurt Busch and Montoya is going to make a move. DW, when will they make it?
I don't think they're going to make it till turn 4. I mean, we keep hearing about I'm a setting duck when I'm leading this thing. So I guess that makes the 21 a setting duck right now. But we'll see here. That 22 knows how to win from that position. That's where he won the Bud Shootout from.
Edwards and Gilliland down to the inside. Trying to...
Where did that 34 come from?
Trying to spoil the party.
Oh, my
They
God.
spoiled the party for Kurt Busch and Montoya in here. They come through turn 4.
Gilliland, former pole sitter of the 500. Edwards has room underneath. Now he pushes Trevor Bayne.
It's over.
Cinderella
Trevor Bayne is going to win the Daytona 500.
Unbelievable.
Happy birthday, Trevor Bayne, 20 years old. Oh, yes.
White flag. Crew Chief Alan Gustafson has been to victory lane here with Mark Martin and with Kyle Busch. Last week, 20-year-old Trevor Bayne won the Daytona 500 after battling Thursday and drafting with his boyhood hero Jeff Gordon. Today, Jeff Gordon rolls off turn 4, 0 for 66, 1 for 67.
You guys are awesome!
To do it that way and to see the fans' reaction, I mean, we beat Kyle Busch. We're the only one to beat Kyle Busch this weekend.
White flag in the air.
Smooth, bud. Nice and smooth, man.
She's a race now, Larry.
Stewart, after that good strategy call, can get only so close to Carl Edwards. Round turn 3 and into 4. Stewart packed it in there, but Carl Edwards.
That's the first one of the season. Woo!
Carl Edwards gives Ford its 4th win in the last 5 races.
Great work, fella.
You know, when you're a kid, you think, boy, how cool would it be to go to Vegas, you know, fly a bunch of women there in your private plane, race cars. And I did it. I brought my mom, my mother-in-law, my daughter, and me. And we came here and we raced and we did it, and I'm having a blast.
No bushwhackers today, boys.
White flag for the M&M's Toyota.
Sweep it again, baby. Sweep it again.
Off turn 4.
Oh, we did. Good job, everyone. Way to bring it, guys. You all want to race up this road.
You know, also our thoughts and prayers go to the Toyota folks and everybody in Japan. And you know, anybody can go to redcross.org and donate if they have anything to give. And you know, it's fun to come out here and do what we love to do, but in the travesties of things that happens in the world, it's cool to also get back to those guys.
White flag for Jimmy Johnson. 1 lap to go.
Harv's going to have to make a big move right down here.
Harvick trying the outside as Johnson
He's got the momentum. He's got the momentum right there.
That's been his strong point, that speed of carry all the way down the back straightaway.
A bump.
Outside there.
He's going to push him up into the corner faster than he wants to go, I think.
Kyle Busch is 5 car lengths back. It's
Here
a 2-horse race, and here comes Harvick.
He's got him.
Johnson got loose.
He's got him. That little push getting into 3. That little bump.
Harvick, Johnson switches lanes. Johnson can't get there. Harvick wins it.
29.
And you can see the smile there. He said to Gil Martin, I guess staying out was the right call.
I got to say hi to my wife at home. Love you.
Tick-tock, grandfather clock. Harvick to the inside on Gilliland.
He's home.
Kyle Busch underneath Dale Jr.
Did Junior give Harvick, did Junior give the 18 car a little tap there earlier?
And here comes Kevin Harvick, the closer, clinches the deal 2 weeks in a row.
Junior got him.
And Junior holds off Kyle Busch.
Will Delana let you put this grandfather clock finally in the house?
As long as we have it, we can put it anywhere. I'm not going to get in an argument.
Here we go.
White flag coming for Carl Edwards. Boyer all alone in second. Kenseth out front. Boyer all alone in second.
there's some cars running out of gas here, Larry. I see the 24 slow down the back.
He was one of the cars that was trying to stretch the fuel a lap more than Stewart.
And Stewart's out.
Stewart's
Edwards
out of
passes
gas.
him.
Yep, Stewart's out of gas.
But here comes Matt Kenseth
He's not out of gas.
for Roush Fenway Racing. What a night for Kenseth. He will win the Samsung Mobile 500.
I heard you tell the guys, thanks guys, I didn't know if I was going to win one again.
Man, I mean, I've said that after every win, but especially after over 2 years, I didn't know if I'd ever have a chance to get here again. So
The bell lap, and the man who started up front leads it, Jeff Gordon.
But here comes the next two pair. These two cats right here, they may have timed it out too. Let's see what happens down the back.
Now they will get a draft off Mark Martin. And here's the slingshot to the outside.
Stay together. That's what they're saying. Stay together. Push, push, push. It's going to get tight down here in turn 3.
Don't forget Jimmy Johnson and Dale Jr., 5th and 6th. They are there. Which group will they go with? And will it help the Childress cars, or will it help Jeff Gordon to victory lane?
All bets are off. They get to the middle of the tri-oval.
Watch out, down low.
Way
Good
down
run.
comes Johnson.
Good run.
He's got room. They're 3 wide. 3 by 3 to the line.
Johnson.
Maybe Jimmy Johnson.
I believe he got him by an inch.
2/1000ths of a second he beat Boyer.
Okay, a 16th of an inch.
We got hooked up and rolling, and then all of a sudden it was just 2 groups in front of us. Had a big run down the back. I thought at the bottom they protected it, and then I just rode through 3 and 4, and I'm like, we'll get another chance, I hope. And they were worried about each other in the 2nd and 3rd lane and left that bottom open, and we had some big mo on our side, and off we went.
White flag is coming out. White flag's in the air.
One more time around.
Bring it home, bud.
3/4 of a mile to go for Kyle Busch. Lap cars may not be a factor. Paul Menard ahead. Tony Stewart ahead.
Championship caliber win right there, boys.
Kyle Busch off the 4th corner and three-peats the spring race at Richmond.
Very impressive.
What was the difference between you being here instead of Denny?
Well, I learned from Denny Hamlin last year, last fall, and I'm not going to say what I learned, but he might know.
Paul Menard blowing up in the back of the pack. White flag.
Can he do it? Can he hold him off?
No matter what, we've got a race now. They'll race it back if we don't get a caution.
Boy, Regan got off to the turn 2.
Oh, he hits
well.
the wall.
He's all right. He's okay. He got off there great.
But Edwards didn't jump inside.
They're all wrecking behind him, but it's okay. Can he hold him off? One more corner.
Here we come to the flag.
He's
Regan
got him.
Smith
I think
looking
he's got
for
him.
his first Sprint Cup win. Edwards, 2 car lengths
got him.
back. Smith gets the flag, and this time he'll get to keep it.
How about that?
I love you guys, man. That's awesome.
My mom comes to every race that I run just about, and she missed this one. Sorry. She's in Tuscaloosa, Alabama with some animals and saving animals after the tornadoes down there. So, Mom, hi, I love you. Sorry you missed this, but...
White flag in the air. Last week, Carl had 2 tires. The other guy didn't have any. He said, I got this in the bag. Today, he had 4 tires. Some of the guys only took 2, some none. Thought he probably had it in the bag. Not to be.
Well, when Matt Kenseth ran his first Sprint Cup race right here at Dover, Mark Martin won it. Jimmy Fennick was the crew chief. Today, Jimmy Fennick's on the pit box for the winner of the FedEx 400 benefiting Autism Speaks.
never thought I'd say I'd kiss a guy before. If Doug Yates was here right now, I'd probably give him a kiss. We had so much horsepower today that made our job so much easier.
Turn 3. Don't know if he can do anything with him or not, but he's going to catch him.
Edwards on the bottom.
Kyle just said he waited too long to move up. I think if he had moved up sooner, he might have caught Carl and had a shot at him, but it's going to be too little too late.
2 more corners for $1 million. Edwards comes up a groove. Busch close, but not close enough. Carl Edwards wins the Sprint All-Star race and $1 million.
All right, baby.
Here he comes.
Oh my gosh!
Oh boy!
He just tore his car all to pieces. He hit the manhole down there. He tore it up.
Sorry about that.
He tore the whole front off of it.
Here we go, $1 million backflip.
But at least he made it down here. To come down through the grass and do a little sliding. But what he didn't realize is somewhere right along in there.
Look at tore the whole front end off.
Well, the car about turned over.
Scott's. Fortunately, Scott's, I can have them send some seed, grow some grass back there.
Yeah, you're going to need it.
I had no clue that drain was there.
White flag. Next flag ends the race. Hamlin trying to close.
Track's clear. We're good to go.
7 back. 7 back.
Harvick third, Reagan fourth, Logano fifth. What a topsy-turvy finish to the Coca-Cola 600.
And Dale Jr. is scooting away. Uh-oh, he's slowing, isn't he?
150,000 people on their feet.
Jr. is slowing. He's out of fuel. He's out of gas.
And as at Indy, the leader at turn 4 does not get to the flag. Harvick, the closer, wins it.
Once again, where did he come from?
Still, this is just, it's nothing against the racetrack. I just don't like racing here. It just doesn't fit what I do.
Even now, after you won?
And even now, we didn't have a spectacular night, but to be in victory lane says a lot about this Budweiser team.
White flag. Do you have enough fumes to get to the finish line?
Well, he's got enough lead. Doesn't have to worry about that.
3.5, 3.4, 3.3, 3.2.
Guy looks like
Earnhardt's coming.
He looks like he's crawling there. I swear he's not going very fast at all.
3 seconds.
If he can get in here, and if he can get this thing headed toward the start-finish line.
Half a mile to go. 2.9.
You can coast from there. You can shut it off and coast.
2.8. Brad Keselowski survives and wins in Kansas.
Somehow, you know, the scoreboard here is right in the middle of the racetrack. I looked over and caught my name on the top with about 2 to go, and I started shaking. So I'm glad they didn't tell me.
Here it is. White flag.
Fans already cheering Jeff Gordon. And the resume for this guy, incredible when it comes to the Sprint Cup Series. Today would be his 84th career win.
Puts him in some pretty good company right there, doesn't it?
It does. How about Darrell Waltrip and Bobby Allison for 3rd on the all-time list?
It's amazing.
Jeff Gordon not worried about the history books. He's worried about another championship. And today, taking a huge step in the right direction. Get out the checkered flag and display it for Jeff Gordon. His 5th career win here at Pocono coming this afternoon.
You know the only problem with this, real quick, you drove here this week. You got to drive for the rest of the year now to the racetrack.
Well, I always drive to Pocono. I enjoy that, and if I could drive to more tracks, you know, if they were close enough, I would. I drive to Martinsville, and you know what? I love that little 2-hour drive. If I can make it happen, whether I'm in New York or Charlotte, and it's very relaxing.
White flag is out. Denny Hamlin leading.
And it's these 2 guys right now. Because Kyle is far enough back, he's not going to be a factor.
Well, he's going to take a look on the inside. Yeah, slipped up a little bit. Had to take the shot, though. He made a run at it.
He rolled in on him, and right when he gets to him, you just lose that nose a little bit.
Matt Kenseth going to have one more try as they go into turn 3. This time he's going to go low. Hamlin washes up the racetrack. Here comes Matt Kenseth to the inside. He cannot make it stick.
Oh,
Kenseth sideways, and here comes Denny Hamlin with his first win of 2011 in Michigan.
So it's a big Father's Day for all of them, and my dad, Dennis, he paved the way for me to get here, so I can't thank them enough, and all the fathers out there.
I would have never believed when they dropped the green flag on this race that these 2 guys would be in the top 3.
Yeah.
These 2 that we're watching right here. After listening to
15
Jeff
laps
Gordon,
ago, like I said, looking back at the monitor, Jeff Gordon was way back in the field.
Yeah, and complaining the whole time about not being able to turn into the corner. And as you said a minute ago, he was one of the fastest cars on the racetrack here towards the end.
And he's about a second faster than Kurt Busch is right now. He just doesn't have the time.
You know, I think this speaks volumes for this. We're on the final lap here. I think this speaks volumes for Carl too. He's focused on winning this championship. He had an opportunity to leave. He decided he would stay and work on this thing. Still didn't get it the way he wanted it, but he's driven it today.
I think he'll be real happy with this.
Yeah, the way a championship driver could drive a car, and he knows this is a big statement to the other guys. If I stick around and stay here, you're going to have to think about it.
Another name you may add to the list of those who are thinking championship, the driver who has been so consistent the last few weeks. Kurt Busch and the program really on the rise at Team Penske.
Incredible. So much was made out of Kurt Busch and things that went on early in the year, things that went on the radio, things that went on within that team. But you can say what you want to. He's passionate about driving a race car. He got those people up off their butt, and here he's getting ready to win.
Checkers this time.
3 poles in a row. Should have had 4.
Kurt Busch a winner at Infineon, first of 2011.
Incredible.
I mean, if that doesn't inspire you to go get an SRT8 Dodge Charger, I don't know what is.
Here we come down to the white flag. 1 lap to go for David Reagan.
All clear. 1 factor double wide.
And look who's right behind Kenseth. Dale Earnhardt Jr. has joined the party.
Watch Harvick swing high here, though.
Kevin Harvick's been known to break hearts at Daytona. He did it to Mark Martin in 2007. In the Daytona 500, he won this race 1 year ago. David Reagan, a half a lap away from his first victory.
It's now time, isn't it, for the 20?
It's time for the 20 to do something, or...
1 back there for your bike tag.
I tell you,
the Reagan behind him.
David Reagan.
Behind the race leader.
David Reagan.
No caution yet. David Reagan coming
Still
back
wrecking.
to the start-finish line.
They're wrecking again.
Everywhere now.
They're wrecking again.
Reagan with sweet redemption gets the victory at Daytona.
2 separate wrecks on the last lap.
Great job. Thank you a lot, Matt.
Oh, man, these guys are flying by Newman.
He was a sitting duck.
This is the one that you wanted because of what happened in the 500. How many times did you relive that restart in your head as you had to do a couple tonight?
Well, everybody kept talking about it, and man, I just tried to zero out, take the positives from it, and move on.
Still struggling on these restarts. He goes sliding high. He's going to have a couple of guys go underneath him.
1 lap to go. Kyle Busch the race lead. Johnson and Rudeman right in his hip pocket. Kyle Busch has been strong all night long.
This is, as you look back, here's Carl Edwards up here. There's Jeff Gordon right behind these guys. These guys have come from nowhere to be in this race.
And Kyle Busch going to be the first to put his name on the trophy at Kentucky. He leads coming to the checkers.
Right. Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. Yes.
This is cool, man. This is right up there with the best of them. I haven't won the big ones, so this is as good as it gets right now. I can't put it into words.
Hold it together for one more circuit. I'm nervous up here just watching him trying to hang on.
Yeah, you know, you hate to see somebody run like this, and we've seen it so many times over this year and last year. Somebody lead this long in the race and then run out of gas right here as they go to the gas in the middle of the corner.
Ryan Newman has had the dominant car statistically. Off at turn 4, checkered flag goes in the air. 15th career win for Ryan Newman, and right behind him, his teammate. 1-2 finish for Stuart Haas.
Well, I dedicate this. I lost a good friend of mine back in April. It's Bo Slocum. So I lost him in April. I lost my grandfather 14 years ago this weekend. So it's sentimental for many reasons.
Coming to the white
Biggest
flag.
race of your life, bud. Drive the hell out of it. Come on.
1 lap to go to win the Brickyard 400. Menard dealing with lap traffic. Gordon trying to close in turn 1. Menard is cleared out. Gordon's got to deal with the traffic. He's got enough fuel. That might be enough now, yes.
Looks good so far. This is going to be the biggest day of Paul Menard's life.
But does he have enough fuel to get to the finish? Gordon clear of traffic. Setting up for the finish. Final corners.
Good corner here.
Year-old Paul Menard, his family with such a long racing history at Indianapolis, they'll kiss the bricks together now. Paul Menard wins the Brickyard 400.
You know, I've been coming here since I was a little kid, and my dad's been trying to win this race for 35 years, and so this is for my dad, Brad Tooney, back home. A lot of emotions right now.
After Kyle Busch had to fight off Jimmy Johnson on a late restart, and the white flag is up. There's 1 lap to go.
Looks like Jimmy's going to get by Kurt Busch. Go side by side. Boy, the position that this will put Brad Keselowski in. He's inside the top 20 with this, and then having 2 victories. He's still got a long way to go, though. He's got to go through the tunnel turn and turn 3. Yeah, but I like my chance with him. See Kurt Busch fighting back with Jimmy here. They touch coming down the back straightaway.
That could get ugly.
It's getting ugly.
It's getting ugly. Wow, that's a high-speed part of the racetrack to be doing that.
Maybe a crossover move coming right here. Yep. Or into the rear bumper, one of the two. See Jimmy's car smoking.
Maybe he's got a little fender damage in on a tire. While up front, the story of this one is going to be the young man who came back from a terrible crash on Wednesday of this week and has gutted out a win at Pocono Raceway as Kyle Busch tries off the final corner. He'll come up one spot short. How about Brad Keselowski winning at Pocono?
Runs like this are great and show that we can do it. And good teammate, got Kurt here. Good teammate, help me out. Thanks, man.
Way to go, Rob. Proud of you. Way to go. Get
Thanks,
those
man.
2 wins. Keep it up, man. Nice and steady.
Thank you.
Great job.
1 lap to go. Next flag ends the race. Do they have enough fuel to come back around and finish it? Kyle Busch looking to get back around Keselowski. David Ruderman.
Still green. Oh, looks like Tony Stewart out through the grass in the inner loop.
And back through traffic. Caution is out.
Is out. Yellow's out.
Race is over. Marcos Ambrose is your winner. And Tony Stewart is up against the guardrail. Wow.
Congratulations there, Ambrose. You are officially a winner in the NASCAR Nextel Cup Series. Good job.
To finally win in Victory here in Victory Lane in the Cup Series, it's a dream come true. I flew my kids home yesterday, my little one's first day at school. I was desperate to be there for her, and this kind of makes up for it.
White flag.
White flag.
Next flag ends the race. Kyle Busch, 5 car lengths on Jimmy Johnson. Here's Mark Martin looking to the outside.
Jeff Gordon struggling off of turn 2 there. Might give up another spot here. That's Ryan Newman with tires.
With a sense of urgency.
Keselowski trying to make a run on the inside.
Jamie McMurray scraping the wall as the field comes off the final corner. Kyle Busch, for the 4th time this year and the first time in Michigan, is going to take the checkered flag.
Thing was running 260 there with about 10 to go for about 10 laps or so, and I'm like, man, just I hope we make it. You know, I had trash on the grill or something.
Brad Keselowski 1 lap away from a win at Bristol. Truex and Gordon trying to chase him down. Do they get a break in traffic, or does the Blue Deuce roll to Bristol's victory lane again? Gordon, 1 more bid for second, but it's not going to be enough to catch Brad Keselowski. He wins at Thunder Valley. What a remarkable run in the summer of 2011 for the young man from Michigan.
An awesome car, an awesome team, Penske Racing. Wow. The night race, the Bristol night race. I mean, this is a race like Tony Stewart and Jeff Gordon, Dale Earnhardt win this race. This is a race of champions.
But not been able to finish the pass. He slides this time.
Gordon gets the big run.
By 3, white flag.
Last lap. Gordon gaining some ground. Can he hang on?
Oh, Jimmy Johnson sideways as he went to the gas hard. Look at him.
Sliding off the corner. Half a lap to go. There is lap traffic ahead. We've had fantastic finishes in Atlanta. Will this be another side-by-side run to the checkers? It's going to be a sideways run to the checkers. Johnson tries to get there, can't get it done. Career win number 85. Jeff Gordon, 3rd on NASCAR's all-time win list.
Wow.
But nice job, man.
That's Jimmy Johnson, by the way, on the stage pointing at you and congratulating. That's what you're talking about.
I tell you what, that was a lot of fun racing with him. I mean, I was slipping, he was slipping. You know, the throttle control was very tough.
Better get it done in a hurry.
One more time.
Got one more shot.
Final lap of the race. The lap car is Marcus Ambrose.
Can he get to his back bumper down into turn 3?
Are we going to see the bump and run? Final corner.
Can't get there.
Kevin Harvick's going to get the run up off the turn and get to the checkered flag first. Momentum, win number 4. Kevin Harvick takes the checkered flag tonight at Richmond.
I want to say happy birthday to my mom tomorrow and Ford on Monday.
With the most famous words in motorsports, please welcome the Caveman.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Or can Stewart begin his championship with a breakthrough win? There are cars on the apron running out of fuel as Stewart takes the white flag. It was Kyle Busch, Andy referenced a second ago, on the apron out of fuel. Half a lap to go. Now Gordon's out of fuel.
All clear, keep coming.
You'll see Gordon there. Matt Kenseth, Jimmy Johnson, all slowing out of gas. Tony Stewart, the fuel holds up. Tony Stewart opens the chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup with his first win of the season.
We've had a rough year, so this is a good way to start it off.
White flag is up this time. 1 lap to go.
Looks like Brad Keselowski took second away from Greg Biffle.
Final lap in New Hampshire. Watching Tony Stewart to see if he's got enough fuel to make it. The advantage he has, he's up 7 seconds on Keselowski now as other people begin to fade.
Take a deep breath, I got this.
Sounds like he's got plenty of fuel.
So if he was stalking him, he knew just what he was doing. 2 wins in a row to start the chase.
Way to go.
Tony Stewart wins at New Hampshire.
Wow, that's impressive by Tony Stewart.
We felt like this weekend was a good opportunity off of the spring, so we got 8 long weeks still, man. It's way too early to be counting chickens right now.
1 to go. 4 miles,
The only driver in the top 10 in the championship standings all season long. That man, Kurt Busch. Just the 1 win on the road course at Sonoma. But steady, solid. After finishing 22nd in New Hampshire a week ago to lose ground in the championship, they're going to gain it all back with a win on the Monster Mile today. Kurt Busch wins at Dover.
When you win a Sprint Cup race in the chase, this is what it's all about. That's the feeling of the playoffs and this team. We had everything go wrong last week. We had everything go right this week. We just need nice, smooth races from here.
White flag. 1 more lap to go. Casey Kane.
White flag.
Got 2 car legs to make up. Then got to try and find a way around Jimmy Johnson. He's coming hard right here. Got a big run down the back straightaway. Remember Carl Edwards' final corner try that Johnson held off a few years ago. Coming to the checkered flag. No such run for Casey Kane this time. Jimmy Johnson goes to the top of the stack at Kansas, scores his 2nd win of the season. Got it, Jamie?
And we're back here. Yes, there was so much Gatorade that it drenched out our microphone, Jimmy. Just take us back, go back into that emotional moment, looking at your guys celebrating the 2nd win of the season.
We need a camera on you guys talking about teamwork and the way this works. Yeah, Vince's mic, so.
Hey, it was teamwork like you guys today, Jimmy.
The white flag at the starter stand. 1 more lap to go for Matt Kenseth. Edwards and Kane racing there for 3rd and 4th. Edwards needing to hang on. That could be a valuable point in the championship. Wants to keep that 4 behind him. Last night, Kyle Busch lost the lead on a late restart to Roush Fenway Racing's Carl Edwards. Tonight, it was Matt Kenseth that got by Kyle Busch in the late going. Kyle will have to settle for 2nd again. The Wisconsin driver, Matt Kenseth, scores a win at Charlotte, a huge momentum builder in his championship. It's Matt Kenseth taking race 5 in the chase.
After all these fuel mileage races, Matt, we've talked about it. Those are strategy races. You won on power tonight.
Yeah, after all the toilet jokes about my restarts, we finally got a good one at the end, and I was pretty mad if I was going to lose this thing on restarts for these guys.
White flag, down to the final lap. Can anybody run up and catch Burton and Boyer? They've got some ground to make up if they're going to do it. Shuffling around in this pack.
8 of the last 12 races here have been decided on the last lap.
Dave Blaney first to break from the traffic with Brad Keselowski. Here come Brian Vickers and Casey Kane. Whole knot of cars behind them, but Jeff Burton is a half a lap from victory. This far clear of the pack. Does Boyer pull out and try and win?
There's a chance that Boyer might try to pull out and win when they get to the trial.
Here he goes. Here he goes. Does the pack have a chance to run him down?
Over there, you and him. No pressure.
Side by side in contact. The pack is not going to catch him. They both
still got a
again. Clint Boyer gets the win.
I don't know who won that. Good job, Clint.
I thought he made his move a little too early, and as it turned out, he did perfect. So, you know, part of it wants to cry, part of it wants to cheer. You know, anytime you leave here and you can, you know, cars in one piece, you should be happy. But to come that close after the year we've had is pretty disheartening.
Obviously, I was trying to figure out where to pass him, and I was going to, you know, I said I'm at least going to give him a shot at it. I'm going to try it early, and it's going to be a drag race.
Nudged around, he and Logano tangled up.
Keselowski goes around.
Around here. No caution. Keep rolling. Come on. No caution. Need to roll here.
And Stewart trying to get around Jimmy Johnson.
He's got him cleared off 4.
To the lead, Tony Stewart, 2 laps to go. Do they get to the white flag without another yellow? Can Johnson get the Stewart's back bumper? Here they come.
Joey Logano into the wall.
Car in the wall,
Hard.
turn 3.
White flag's out, though.
Logano still driving around. We are on the last lap. Stewart, Johnson, Gordon. Will there be a bump and run? He's going to try it. Johnson gets there, but not enough. Tony Stewart wins at Martinsville.
Talking about that last lap pass on the outside of Jimmy Johnson. How'd you pull that off?
I don't know, because I don't think anybody's ever passed Jimmy Johnson on the outside. So
I want to tell you, you're 8 points back of Carl Edwards with 3 to go, man. That we have a championship battle in the making.
he better be worried. That's all I got to say. He ain't going to have an easy 3 weeks.
The white flag flying for Tony Stewart as he comes off of turn number 4, 1 lap away from victory.
White flag here, white flag. Bring it home.
Stewart started this championship with a win at Chicagoland, backed it up the next week with a win at New Hampshire, then had the terrible race at Dover where he finished 25th. Not all that impressive at Kansas, 15th, but then 8th at Charlotte, 7th at Talladega, the winner at Martinsville last week, and a dominator today. He'll gain ground, not a ton, as Carl Edwards is going to finish second. But with his 4th win in 8 tries in his bid for the championship, Tony Stewart takes the checkered flag at Texas.
Guys in the booth said, you made up your mind. You're going to win this championship. How much of it is mind over matter at this point?
I told you guys that last week. Nobody listens to me when I talk anymore.
Oh, we listen.
So, no, I mean, we're set on it, man. I mean, this is just the way it's going to be.
Trying to catch Casey Kane for the win. Tony Stewart getting under Jeff Burton for 1 point toward the championship on the final lap of the race.
Now, Burton had been slipping a little bit. Looked like he's having a hard time with his car right in the center. Tony taking advantage of that adjustment they made to get that spot.
Edwards and Stewart going to go to the season finale. Oh, so close in the championship. Today, though, at Phoenix, it's about Casey Kane and Red Bull Racing scoring the win, breaking a long dry spell. Casey Kane wins the Cobalt Tools 500. Stewart to the bottom, 3 wide for the race lead.
3 wide. You're bottom, still 3 wide.
Maybe 4 as the 99 comes down the back straightaway here.
Busch and Keselowski not giving in. Stewart by Busch. Here's Edwards trying to keep pace.
Oh, that's close. Look at Stewart drive that car in loud.
Stewart by Keselowski to the lead.
That's 4 fresh tires working right there.
Edwards racing the 2 for second and trying to keep up. Big wiggle there on the 99. He's going to drop back in.
Right now, that's just how 5 wins. Just been, yes.
2 laps to go, 2.
3 miles left to go.
Yeah, what an incredible job by the crew to repair that, Andy. That's not an easy place to make a change and fix a repair.
Yeah, they've overcome a lot tonight. On pit road, they had a mistake, or actually a problem with the pit socket. They had a hole in the grill. But Tony Stewart
white flag here, white flag. Bring it home.
Final lap. Stewart and Edwards, first and second. Winner takes the championship.
It's just the most incredible run I've ever seen out of a race car driver, what Tony Stewart has done in this case and tonight.
Yeah, I think it's the best driving I've ever seen, and Carl Edwards did an incredible job too, but this is the man right here, Tony Stewart.
2002, he was the champion. 2005, he was the champion, those driving for someone else. This time, he's an older driver, and he's become a three-time NASCAR Sprint Cup champion. Tony Stewart wins it.
This night is about Tony Stewart. Those guys rose to the occasion. They beat us fair and square. That is all I had at the end. My guys did a really good job. I mean, we came here, we sat on the pole, we led the most laps, and Tony still managed, you know, him and Darian to do a good job with their strategy, come out in front of us, and that's it. That's all I got at the end. That's as hard as I can drive. So I told my wife, if I can't win this thing, I'm going to be the best loser NASCAR's ever had. So
what's the emotion right now?
Oh, God, thank the Lord for this one, buddy. Man, I'm telling you, it's been a tough summer and a tough fall for us, and you got to believe in something. And the man upstairs, and he held this rain off just long enough for us to get this job done. So